Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well. And in this video, we're going to be talking about some drama ensuing online, edginess, controversy, the subreddit for subreddit drama posted about a back and forth on the Hip Hop Heads subreddit that was sparked when a song posted by Mr. JPEGMAFIA, Damn Peggy, was thrown up there, a song that's several years old. The track I Just Killed a Cop, Now I'm Horny. Not one of my favorite tracks from Peggy, but still a track worth posting because I think a lot of newer music listeners are kind of learning about Peggy and his older material in general, so it's still kind of making the rounds. So people are digging through his back catalog, and this song over here has sparked some controversy for a few different reasons. There are people coming at the track and coming at Peggy upset with the sentiment of the song, saying, Peggy, do you need to kind of paint with such a broad brush on here? Are all cops that bad? Do all cops deserve the ire that you're pointing at them in this track? And also, the song contains an audio clip of the killing of a policeman. It was lifted from the audio of a dash cam piece of dash cam footage. The incident in question involved a police officer pulling over a disgruntled Vietnam veteran who basically, after not heeding the officer's demands, kind of just went into his car, picked up a rifle, just started shooting. There was a firefight ensuing. The guy ended up driving away. And it's pretty chilling audio. It's pretty chilling footage, not some of the most graphic stuff that we've seen online or have seen in this recent string of police videos that have been dropped via social media, where you see cops attacking unarmed citizens and so on and so forth. But it is pretty dark. It is pretty chilling footage, especially, you know, the shrieks coming from the police officer in the audio of the track. So the question is, did JPEGMAFIA go too far here? Is this truly offensive? Is this in bad taste? Is it awful? Is it terrible? In the grander scheme of things, I don't really see this as offensive as some people might make it out to be. Like, there are literally dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of songs out there that blatantly reference or tribute serial killers of numerous stripes. And over here, this is just a Wikipedia page sort of making reference to all of that. And going on from there, we have, we just have all the songs attributed to various serial killers. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Moving on from there, what of bands like Anal Cunt, who wrote songs like Hitler Was a Sensitive Man, or You Quit Doing Heroin, You Pussy, off their record Defenders of the Hate? What of bands like Rage Against the Machine, who put an image of this monk in protest lighting himself on fire on the front cover of their record? I mean, is it that we're talking about death here and we're seeing somebody die, or we're being insensitive to death? Is that why this is offensive? Is the reason for the death truly what makes it offensive? Can JPEGMAFIA not sort of communicate emotions of nihilism or just negativity generally, or callousness, in response to the callousness that has been shown to people of color in the media when they are complaining about things like police brutality? To me, the callousness that JPEGMAFIA is responding with in this song just sort of seems like it is a response to that in a way. And, you know, not to say that that makes it good or that makes it okay. I mean, I think the point of this is to make the listener feel uncomfortable and make them sort of realize, if the roles were reversed, oh, now it's uncomfortable. Well, it should be uncomfortable all the time. It should be uncomfortable regardless. Like, it should always be uncomfortable. I think edgy, very nasty, and dark pieces of art can give a listener, a viewer, a reader pause and sort of realize, well, wait a second, I draw an arbitrary moral line here, but I don't apply it consistently in all scenarios. There are obviously moments or points in my life where I kind of let similar stuff slide. I don't seem to care as much, or just in other instances, I don't seem to be as offended. And JPEGMAFIA essentially responded with that very sentiment in a series of tweets, sort of saying to these people who were offended by his song, first off, you started caring about these people of color issues like 2 years ago, and now you witch hunt people who you don't know online when you let worse shit slide in your personal life. And he sort of went on to call some of these people fake liberal white, fake woke, fake liberal white bitches. And what else did he say? And then he pointed out this photo over here of people sort of being equally callous to the whole Eric Garner situation, wearing shirts mocking the "I can't breathe" phrase in support of the New York Police Department, responding to that whole incident and the media fiasco that ensued as a result of it. I'm sort of stuck in a weird position here, because I'm somebody who views myself as being very much against this idea of political correctness. Now, again, free speech, political correctness, being given free speech does not necessarily mean you've been given the freedom from response or negative backlash from the things that you say or do. Of course. So, I mean, you know, that's not to say that Peggy shouldn't get negative reactions to the things that he does if the things that he does elicits those kind of reactions, because I think personally it's kind of the rite of a passage of an artist to piss at least some people off. Like, if your art's not pissing some people off every once in a while, like, you're not challenging anything, you're most likely not really saying anything. Obviously that there are rights and wrong ways that I guess one can go about that in terms of the messaging, who's your target, what kind of emotion or idea are you trying to convey, is that actually coming through? You know, if those targets don't land, then I guess you've done it ineffectively, even if you have pissed some people off, but I digress. So while I think that in one breath it's really sad to kind of see people reacting so negatively to something like this song, despite the fact that in the grander scheme of music, there's much edgier shit out there. Like, there's nothing in the JPEGMAFIA discography that is anywhere near as edgy as like some of the worst moments in the Gigi Allen discography. So let's just kind of get that the fuck out of the way. But moving on from there, I feel like there's this persistently annoying and airheaded section of the right wing, unfortunately, that has just jumped onto this whole PC, anti-PC bandwagon, and don't so much use it to defend free speech, don't so much use it to defend actually edgy or cutting edge or anti-status quo points of view, but rather just to kind of use it as a shield or as an excuse to prevent other people from calling them out for being total morons or just saying some, I guess, uninformed bullshit. I do think in a way this is kind of a bit of a sensitivity thing. Unfortunately, I think there are a lot of artists out there who are afraid or maybe are hesitant to make more political or more shocking statements with their art because they will get a backlash like this, they will get a response like this. But I guess you got to put it into perspective. You know, the thing is, if you're going to try to shock people, don't be surprised if they get shocked. I mean, you clearly put some shocking material into your shit. It shocked some people. It may seem annoying in the moment to kind of deal with that pushback. But I mean, you know, you engaged in some shocking material. You created something that was shocking to a degree. So, you know, you're seeing that response. It's not necessarily a great thing, not necessarily a bad thing. It's just kind of a thing. As long as nobody is trying to censor you or shut down your career or anything like that, I think people should feel free and welcome to provide a counterpoint to that, provide their own complaint, maybe even make your own response song if you really want to do that too. But those are my thoughts on this whole thing. I'm going to leave it at that. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, that's it. Love you, love you, love you. Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano. Damn, Peggy. Forever.